Far From Home dudes and dudettes, Toy Shiz here, and I got a really quick video for you today. We are totally going to be checking out the brand new Spider-Man Far From Home, the Molten Man. Now this is the basic figures that they are releasing now. They are starting to hit stores as of this past Monday. That was kind of the street date for mostly everything Spider-Man related from the new Far From Home movie. Now, the Marvel Legends will be out shortly enough. Think towards the end of May. That's when they're going to start kind of trickling in. Wouldn't be surprised if a couple stores put them out early. We know how that goes. But I know that the Molten Man is going to be the Build-A-Figure for the new Far From Home wave. But I'm kind of digging this one a little bit more. Plus, it looks to have some kind of missile firing action. And you knows how I love that kind of stuff. So we're going to take a quick look, see how he stacks up with other figures. Mark Raxton was just a normal looking dude. They seem to combine a little bit of a Ghost Rider skull thing going with him, so it could be interesting. I'm curious to see how it'll go in the movie, but regardless, I'm excited. I really want to see how this pans up. Just totally knocked the package right there. Let's get this thing open. This is the Spider-Man Far From Home from Hasbro, the Molten Man. And really quick, just on the back, if you wanted to see the other figures in the wave, there's Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and one called Spider-Man. So there's a lot of Spider-Man in this wave. There's also going to be a Mysterio, but look to when they replenish these, kind of like in a Series 2 version. And that Mysterio actually looks pretty great as well. Here's the bio if you want to go ahead and read that. That doesn't really tell you much. Here's the barcode. These things will probably be really easy to find. Let's get them open. This is the Hasbro Spider-Man Far From Home movie figures, the Molten Man. And while I got all you Molten people here, I just want to say thanks so much for checking out my Molten Man review. If you like it, hit the like button. Also, be sure to comment. Let's talk some toys. Be sure to subscribe. Got a heck of a lot more Spider-Man stuff on the way. And here's old Mark Raxton out of the packaging, and he's looking pretty awesome. One thing, though, I will say is that if you're thinking right off the bat, he's going to fit in with your Marvel Legends, he may, depending on how big he is in the actual movie. But not to say, he's actually a pretty cool gold skeleton man figure. He's exactly what he is. He's a Molten Man. And here's the thing. I'm a big fan of missile projection, spring stuff, and everything shooting out. He's got a missile, but they definitely went the cheap route on that one. Unfortunately, it's the old push it through and make it launch kind of thing. But let's just look at him up close really fast. Creepy, kind of creepy looking, very cool looking though. A nice, I guess, update to a Molten Man. There's not much to Molten Man. Molten Man is just basically a guy that's gold. You gotta, just think of it that way. And in fact, this is probably the second Molten Man ever created on top of the new Build-A-Figure for the Legends. That would be the third. It's basically the same figure character, but that's pretty interesting. Not a lot of Molten Mans going around. The original Molten Man, he was a Toy Fair exclusive. Very cool figure. Total repaint, but I think it did the trick for what Mark Raxton used to look like back in the day. Big Spider-Man enemy / frenemy kind of thing. So I'm liking this figure. I think it's interesting. It's cool. It's fun to have a Molten Man figure for those that are going to say, well, it's not going to line up with my scale and everything else like that. Hey, it's still an interesting thing. And I can show you how he may scale with other figures, other lines that you may or may not collect. So basically up close, he has all this gold magma. He's very, very translucent, which is cool. A lot of people that like translucent figures, this one might be for you. He's got those T-bars sticking out. I said rebar on my YouTube video, and somebody actually wrote in and said, no, that's wrong. He's also got chain, so at least I know that construction term. Check me out. And then he has like this, like the molten lava, the molten stuff is pouring off of him. It kind of comes off as more of like a wing or like a tattered sheet, but I get the effect. I get what you're trying to throw to me, but I do like the face. I like the paint overall. I think it's an interesting figure. I do like him. Just in terms of how he scales is how it's going to measure up. And like I said, you put the missile through his arm and then push with your finger right here and it shoots out. So basically you're manually pushing the missile out. And then when you want to just put it right back in, it just pushes in, stops at the ball, boom, do it again, yada yada. So that's interesting. It's cool, I guess. I always like spring. I like little buttons, you can push right there, shoots out. But it's cool that they gave you a little effect. And you know what? Had they painted this part right here, like a brown, that would have looked like a piece of bar sticking out of him. So missed opportunity, but hey, you could do it yourself. And really quick, just to show some scale, as you can see, these are standard 6-inch Marvel Legends figures, and he's looking a little bit too teeny tiny, unless he's kind of teeny tiny in the movie. Maybe he's like a big, giant Molten Man in the movie, and then he's a regular little tiny dude. You never know. Probably not. At least you see the scaling with that. And then just to show the scaling once more, here is a regular Toy Biz Spider-Man the Animated Series 5-inch figure, and then a Marvel Legends Marvel Universe figure. These two actually fit a little bit better. So if you collect the Universe figures, you might have a new Molten Man to grab on your shelves. He is very reminiscent of the Toy Biz days. I do like him for that. I think it's very cool. It's got basically the same type of articulation. The arm swivels, it doesn't go up and down. Shoulder actually are on a ball, so that's pretty cool. The head rotates and he kicks out, nothing at the knees and then nothing at the arm on this side. It just kind of goes up and down. So in that sense, for old school wise, he is pretty cool. For new school wise, I don't know how many people are going to enjoy it. Maybe wait till the Build-A-Figure. I'm not 100% sold on the look of this Molten Man, but because we don't have a lot of choices as far as Molten Man figures go, he's a fun figure to put on the shelf. And in that sense, I do recommend him. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that. What do you guys think about this figure? Is it something you want to pick up? Will you be putting old Mark Raxon on your shelves? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk some Spider-Man Far From Home figures. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, how exactly is Far From Home going to play into Endgame? Well, we'll be finding out Friday, won't we, people? And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.